What's up, YouTube? Welcome in for some more Gold Stake Balatro. Normally I'm quite vocal with my disdain for flush builds in Gold Stakes, but I've always said that there's one gigantic exception to that, and that exception is named Ancient Joker. This run in particular, we get an extremely strong Ancient Joker build, which ends up making the run on an otherwise not very fun deck a complete breeze. Catch my streams every day except Sunday, and subscribe for more daily Balatro content. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. 3 clams, Judgment start? Let's go for the Buffoon, and then if the Buffoon scams us, we can do Judgment start. Wow, hack perishable rental invis. Cool. Give me my dollar back. Maybe I want to block invis for some scoring, so I'll go for that sequence. Halvesies is free. Actually, no, it's not because we have Psychic this game. Time to take the 6 useless negative skip, anti-8. Brother, I have C++ already. I ain't taking no damn negative skip. Hello? Okay, so here's the issue. If I want to do riskless Psychic, i.e. we don't die to this blind, because Halvesies is doing nothing on the Psychic, right? So if I want to do riskless Psychic, we're either picking up Eternal Scholar, Eternal Swash, or ripping Celestial Pack. Any of those, I think, is a bad financial decision. Maybe Celestial Pack is the least bad financial decision, with the caveat that we could just get nothing that we care about. So Celestial Pack is just like a gamble. Probably with 4 hands, 2 discards, we just go into the boss. And if we get cooked, we get cooked. I just watched your video. I had no idea you were 19. Actually, yeah, pretty freshly 19 as well. That turned 19 like 4 months ago, I think. Everybody just seems to assume that I'm like 26, which is you know, I don't know if I'm supposed to take offense or like be thankful or what have you. But it's a little funny. Anaglyph deck is just a deck of playing cards after C++ if you're going for anti-8 and nothing more. Yeah, essentially. With the odd 1 in 10 run. With the odd 1 in 10 run. That's like where you get like an investment tag or some shit. I mean, we're on a 0 streak, bro. If we lose on Anaglyph, we lose on Anaglyph. I think I'm just gonna go into this blind. Wow, this is like such a strange top deck. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do from here. If this was anything but the Psychic, this would be like the best top deck of all time, but kind of tragic. Could ship the pair. Maybe if we're expecting to get out in 3 hands, which I think is pretty likely, we ship this pair here. That's never getting us out 2, though, right? Probably we're always getting out in 3 hands. But it is more points than just using a hand as a high card. I would say that the average here is getting out in 3 hands. So we'll just ship the pair here. Back on blue deck, I'm doing a straight build, and I'm using Erosion as my scale molt, L move. If you're playing a straights build, usually you don't need any scaling molt. Usually Saturn cards are your scaling molt. If you're playing straights, because straights, like the Saturn planet card is just an insane amount of value. So like early game, I guess you can do scaling molt. Also, we're getting out in 4 hands, but we're still getting out, so like whatever. Early game, you can do scaling molt, and that's probably fine, but like as an end game thing, I really don't like scaling molt on straight builds. Calculated, by the way. 69, kind of. That's why he didn't get throwback. He's too young for keyboard cat. All right, you know what, chat? Never mind. I get keyboard cat, though, okay? Probably we could take Droll Joker. I don't really see the point. We have halvesies. Let's just go next. When did you age so bad? What do you mean so bad? Hello? Just getting roasted for no reason. I just wanted to play some Balatro, man. What the hell? The speculative oops is always the play, right? Surely we never get punished for that. Why is chat cooking you? I don't know, bro. Tell you what, if we get lucky cards in here, it's a sad day. I was going to say we'll take the speculative oops. It's the beard, TBH? Yeah, probably. I love a dice play I love it if I'm on a deck that actually, like, gives me anything. But on Anaglyph, I don't like speculative plays. Which is counterintuitive because Anaglyph is always about the speculative plays, but whatever. Oh god, he's already into gambling before he can legally drink. Hello? Zero streak, be a jamblin' man. You're a doubter, bro. You want me to lose so that you can rug pull all the other chatters, alright? I'm not listening to you. You look older than a 25-year-old? I mean, you aren't ugly or anything, but what on earth happened to you? What do you mean? Hello? I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I mean, oops is funny, undeniably, but I think it's just a bad play. Mime with blue seals? I'm just saying. Mime with blue seals? Probably not. That's also speculative, so probably not. But it is kind of funny. He doesn't have to go far to gamble. I think Canada is 19. Well, it also depends on which state you're in. So I can actually gamble currently in my state. I think it might also depend on the... No, I think it just depends on state. I can gamble in my state and also in states adjacent to me besides maybe Michigan, I think. By the way, Unk is crazy. Hello, Card Jesus? Yeah. Bro does not look 25, maybe 21. I don't know, dude. The median is probably 24 of people thinking my age. Changing the topic, I still wonder how in the hell you pronounce my nick exactly. It's how it sounds all the times I join stream. I'm just goated. I'm just goated. Wow, this shop is horrible. That's why we don't take the oops, chat. Now we just win. So, chat, I know I always say you shouldn't play flushes and, like, boo, flushes are bad. I hate flushes, but, like, when you pull an Ancient Joker Chad in the same shop, you can twist my arm as far as that's concerned, right? Yeah, doubters are absolutely losing their minds. Ancient Joker is the one reason to do flushes on gold. Unironically, I agree. I will never play flushes in gold stake in my life. But on an Ancient Joker run, I'm like, you can twist my arm. You can twist my arm. They wouldn't let me use my banana at the blackjack table. Well, because you have to use it at the Texas Hold'em table. I'm not a flush hater. It's okay. You know. You can be inexperienced. It's all right. You can be bad at Gold Stake Balatro. That's okay. That's okay, Just Rusts. I still love you, and I still, you know, love that you hang out in my chat. It's all right. You know what this looks like to me? If you say an 8-ball pivot, I'm actually gonna freak out. A wild card 8-ball build. Okay. Just got $32 from Matador. What the fuck? Matador's the GOAT, bro. Also, we have no clubs. Probably it doesn't matter because the chat is foil, but this would piss me off in any other circumstance. Cool. One club. Huge. Actually, never mind. I don't know if this wins. Please, 8-ball pivot. I mean, if we get one, I'll pivot. Again, we're on a 0 streak, so some goofier shit can be doing. I'll get a gold stake right now. Do it. Prove me wrong. Okay, what are these skips, man? All of these skips have been untakeable. This is why I hate Anaglyph. We haven't gotten a single good skip. So... we could Lover's Death here. Is that worth $40? No. Is a wild card worth $40? No. I think it is always Hermie Fool. skip feature rework, I would love it, but probably it's not happening. Let's take a Wild King, and then we can just... Now we have a death copy that's, like, kind of sweet. Let's take you, just in case we whiff on the Ancient Joker for right now. Raised Paw, kind of fire. I'm not going to take the Director's Cut right meow, but probably we want to take that in the somewhat near future, because there are a lot of bosses that bend us over and have their way with us if we're playing flushes. Is 40 monies worth $40? Maybe. I'm not a flush hater. I just hate them unless the build is very specifically tailored to them and is actually good, which is a very difficult needle to thread at best and impossible more often than not. Thank you. Thank you. It's technically a Venn diagram between flush build and good build, but it's almost two separate circles. Like, literally, the only good flush builds are Checkered Deck, Ancient Joker. And if you get, like, Photo Chad in the same shop. But usually, if you're going Speculative Photo Chad for flushes, you just die. We waited until a buddy turned 19 and went to Windsor to Gamba. I was afraid for my life. First time at a casino. Took someone's money with 8s. He had aces. I flopped a set. His reaction was very scary. Overall, good time. That was a lot. That's a lot, like... I don't want to say better if you were scared, but it's a lot funnier of an experience than my first time Jamba-ing. My first time, we had a friend that turned 19, which you only need to be 18. We gambled in Minnesota. You only need to be 18 in Minnesota to gamble, but we had a buddy that turned 19, and he had just never gambled before, so we were just like, we went to a sushi place that we really love for his birthday, and then we were just like, you know, none of us had anything going on the next day, so just for shits and gigs, we were all just like, hey, you want to go gamble because it's this dude's birthday? We were all just like, sure, that'd be a fun time. And it was like the worst experience of all time. Not like it was. I say this all the time because, you know, I play Balatro for a living, so gambling comes up a lot in my streams. It was gambling for the first time was very equivalent for me and my friend group to like, you know when you go to a movie theater with your buddies just to watch a shitty movie, like, you know it's gonna be bad, but that's like the whole point of you going. That's a lot what gambling for the first time was like. It was not a fun experience, but it was a very fun experience because it was not a fun experience. I know that doesn't make sense, but like that was the enticement. That was the pull. It was really dumb, and we were all just like, you know, it was just overall not a fantastic time, but it was funny because of like how stupid it was. But yeah, I probably I would do it. Probably I would do it again, but I would probably not do it more than like 2 or 3 times a year, and I would never do it on my own. It would always just be like with friends. Haha, wow, people actually do this? Genuinely. I probably uttered that exact statement when we were playing. Also, it was like the worst casino of all time because it was digital only. It was slots only, and it was digital only. No, it wasn't slots only, but it was digital only because the tables that they had for like blackjack or poker or what have you were all digital. Which at that point, I was just like, this sucks. I was actually like low-key kind of excited because I wanted to play tables because I was like, oh, Balatro, funny. Actually, that was before I started playing Balatro, but like regardless, I've always had like somewhat of an interest in like card games. So I was excited, even if I got like shit on, even if I lost my ass, I was kind of excited just to like play a game at a table just to see what it was like. And all of the tables were digital, so I was just like, well, at that point, I'm just going to play slots because like, same shit, different day, to an extent. Okay, so chat, also, pro gamer move. Notice how I said earlier that we wanted the director's cut because there are a lot of bosses that cuck us, and then I proceeded to not take the director's cut because I was yapping at my chat, and I just low-key forgot it existed. No, nobody but the goats will make those plays. Everybody's too scared to make plays like that, but I'll make them. I'll make them. 11 clams. Yeah, I could take a photo. Sure. Yeah, I could take a photo. It's not like you're dead. No, but now we're gonna get a boss that cooks us, and then I will be dead, and then I'll look like an idiot because instead of taking the director's cut voucher, I was talking about gambling. Looks inside, true. Bro throwing. Well, we found a photo, so now we're chilling. Is it bad I gambled in my 10s, got introduced to blackjack? I didn't gamble on blackjack, but when I was in, like, middle school, I played blackjack just, like, at recess. It was kind of funny. I remember in my home ec class senior year, we were just, like, you know, a bunch of seniors in a home ec class. So we were just, like, all kind of checked out. So we would just, like, play cards in the middle of class. Like, we would just play Texas Hold'em. Like, it wouldn't be in, like, the middle of, like, lectures or anything, but, like, if we just got our work done, because it was, like, an introduction, like, cooking class or something, so the work was super free. So if we just got our shit done early, we would all just sit down and play Texas Hold'em in the middle of class for, like, 40 minutes. It was sick. Probably we don't take Squimbo ever, unless we do, like, some Four Fingers funny business, which I don't ever see happening, but it would be a little silly. What am I even strengthening here? I guess 9 to a 10 to get it closer to a face card, and then 5 into a 6 for Sixth Sense, because the red seal is definitely going to happen. Just checking if my points were well spent yet. I'm thinking yes. Yeah, probably. Our skips are still doo-doo feces. That's huge. Really love to see that. I mean, probably it doesn't matter because, like, we're chilling. Holy shit. Straight flush for the boys? That's a good look on casino. Out of town with friends a few times a year. Never digital games. Mostly poker. Blackjack craps if bank is rolling. Yeah. I mean, I played digital games. I played slots. But, like, I know going into it that I'm going to lose my ass on slots. So I like, pitched a 20. Just fully accepting that I was going to be like, I'm going to be here for like an hour and a half. My friends and I are going to crack jokes the whole time, and I'm going to be down $20. But like, being down $20 for like an hour and a half, 2 hours of entertainment, not terrible. Equivalent to like maybe seeing a movie or some shit like that, right? So like, not the worst. You just have to go into it knowing that you're going to lose. And then if by some miracle you do win, cool. Don't keep playing. I crashed out on my friend whose birthday it was. They didn't care because it was money that they got for, like, their birthday, and they had the same mindset of, like, I'm just gonna play to lose. But I didn't actually crash out. Like, I wasn't genuinely mad. But his first play at a slot machine, he won, like, he doubled his shit. He won, like, $30. And then he blew all of it after that. I was like, brother, what? Your first play. What are you doing? Hello? It was really funny, though. Probably we just take Celestial, right? We have no rentals, so, like, I don't know. We have no econ is kind of the thing that's going to kill us here, but, I mean, we're photo chatting, so as long as we just get planet levels, we should be chilling. I used to 1v1 people in Tetris in one of the classes. Bro, Tetris 1v1s kind of go... What's that one... like actual Tetris 1v1 game? Was it like Tetris 99 or something? Yo, I used to grind that. I was never good at it, but I used to grind Tetris 99. I thought that was fun as hell. All right. We got the flush. I would love to start copying these wild cards. Yeah, it turns out planet levels with photo chat is just insane score. Who would have thought? Another Eternal Sixth Sense. Might just take that bitch at this point. I may be really good at Tetris. I was never, like, good at it. I still find it fun, but I would never say that I was good at it because that would be lying my ass off. Tetris 99 is 99 Battle Royale style. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I liked it. Honestly, you could convince me to take the Sixth Sense here, but probably I'm just going to take the Celestial Pack instead. Okay, really glad I did that. What am I looking at? I guess 4 of a kind is like still somewhat achievable. The eye. I have to be careful not to whiff the flush here, because if I whiff the flush, probably we still die. Maybe, does the 3 of a kind? No, the 3 of a kind, there's no way that gets me out even with photo chad. Probably I just go for the flush, and if I get punished, I get punished. Poggers, as the kids say. That's not 1v1 in the slightest. Same shit, bro. Still a Tetris battle. Come on, man. No, you're right. Arcana pack. Why did I say Arcana? Hello? Just printing Hermes. It's that easy. Foil ice cream. Man, this would have been a goated pair run, too. Okay, we'll take the Wild King. Not that we need to, but Wild King is Wild King, man. Let's take that. We want spades, which, of course, we only draw one in the opening hand. That's actually so sick. Okay, this is looking like it might be a problem. I am going to greed for the gold. Okay, we're chilling. Huge. +1 gold. Why is your hair invisible? It's not. Or at least it shouldn't be. Hello? Well, my mother does this at a slot machine is when her winnings total to about double what she put in, she cashes out and then puts back in what she had initially. That's fair. I feel like that's a pretty good way to play. I can't see your hair. Huh? Hello, Green in YouTube. Why are you bald? What do you mean, why am I bald? 11 clams. I mean, like, Halvesies is literally doing nothing here. So, like, Glorp is probably also doing nothing because we're winning in one hand, but he at least has, you know, the potential to do something. Holy Hermits, Batman. God damn. Yeah, I'll take one of those. Can I get a blue seal in here? Blue seal wild card. Ah! Thankfully, I'm safe from casinos. The worst part is I got into gacha games. Ew. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. You know what? I'm greeting for that blue seal because planet levels are kind of fire right now. Never punished. Damn it, Glorp. Do something. Bang. Lover's card, pretty cool. I could take another blue seal. Other than that, probably we're not expecting much from those standard packs. I could take a magician and not feel too bad about it just until we put wilds on some other shit. The wheel? You don't scare me, wheel. What are you? You're a spade. Get out of my hand. I could lovers this king. Probably there's better things to lovers here. Like this queen, and now I can build a flush with that. Nice. Glorp. Actually got Glorp value, cinema. Cinema, write that down. Do you prefer hanging chat in single player or multiplayer? From a power level perspective, single player. From a balance perspective, multiplayer. I think Chad in multiplayer is like undebatably more balanced than Chad in single player. But Chad in single player is just like fun, right? They both have their niche, so to speak. Probably lover's card on a queen. That's worth like $10 to me at this point. Give me a Jupiter. It wasn't likely, but I still would have liked it. Is Lovers Wild or Hearts Tarot? Huh? Hello? What am I missing? Serpent should be free. Keyword should be. Oh, Lovers is... Oh, you're asked... Okay, yeah, no. Lovers is the wild card tarot. Thank you, chat. My brain just shut off. Please give me money. Oh! Yeah, I'm kind of the goat. Lucky cards? Yeah, they always do that for me. Yeah, they just always do that, chat. I don't know. Why did I sell the... Oh, Hiker? Hiker's not good here, by the way. Hiker's not good here. But he's really funny, so I like to take him in runs like this where I just win. What state do you live in? I need to know so I can form at least one opinion about you. Wisco. I feel like I've seen your exact username. Ask what state I've lived in. I'm in Wisconsin. Take the Arcana. There's going to be another Hermit in here. Fool for Jupiter or Gold card is probably the best play. Or Devil because there's a blueprint in there. Has Glorp done anything? Glorp has given us 1 level. That's literally value. Because we bought him for $5 and we sell him for $2. And a planet card is worth 3. So Glorp has literally done all I need him to do at this point. If he just sits there and watches for literally the rest of the run until he perishes, it's still plus value on Glorp. I was going to be greedy and play the Lucky, but I think we've cycled a fair amount of hearts, so probably I just go for the Flush. I was going to greed for the Blue Seal. That might end up punishing me. Okay, probably... I have the Flush in hand now. I'm going to cycle these 3 because I've gone this far, so I might as well just go for the Blue Seal. Punished, but not really, actually, because Lucky or Gold card is kind of fire. Can a Joker be both eternal and perishable? No. And there are also some Jokers that cannot spawn as either. Like, food Jokers can't spawn as eternals, and usually scaling Jokers, like this Runner, for example, cannot spawn as perishable, unless they're, like, retroactive. So, like, I think Fortune Teller can spawn as a perishable, if I'm not mistaken. But Fortune Teller is retroactive, whereas, like, something like the Runner starts at 0 and always starts at 0, so it can't spawn as perishable. Like, ever. What's boss again? Serpent. We're fine with that. Attic Mouse with the 5 stream. Huge. Wisconsin and the people who live in it are so cool beans. Do I have another Wisconsinite in chat? Yo, that'd be sick. Lucky best enhancement. Boo Packers. Honestly, kind of real. Honestly, kind of real. Eternal Egg. Yeah, Eternal... Bro, but Eternal Egg for the Tempe value. For the Tempe value. The Temperance value with Eternal Egg goes crazy, chat. Let's go for the Justice into the Temperance Emperor, because there's going to be a Hermit in here. Nope, but there is another Temperance. Anyway. Let's take a Justice card. I could take a Shit the Road just because it's funny, but I think instead I'm going to take a Celestial Pack. I'm going to cry when there's nothing that I care about inside, and then I'm going to go next. Looking for diamonds. Well, that's a beautiful start, isn't it? Do I have the diamonds? It looks like I don't. Huge. So probably I just play this for the Lucky proc. Thank you, Glorp. Appreciate it. Dumbass spaceman. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Glorp. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Diamonds? Okay, now I'm not taking it back. Hello? Okay. I think we got him now. Let's, I'm gonna save these tarot cards. You don't have diamonds, but do you have the meats? No, I am not Arby's, contrary to popular belief. I'm sorry to let you down, chat. I am going to block Glorp because I don't need to see him again here. Troubadour, honestly, might be a pick. Hook action, we get an investment tag. I don't need this investment tag at all, but I am going to take it just so that I feel as though Anaglyph has done literally anything for this run. And then Glorp doesn't proc your main hand. Fuck ass Glebian. That's crazy. Yummy voucher. Yeah, the voucher's not too shabby. Well, voucher's... Yeah, okay. Let's go for the Celestial. Man, if I didn't have the Blue Seal and or Glorp, I would actually be so crestfallen. R.I.P. Glorp. Nah, I'm still blocking his ass. He's not leaving just yet. I mean, honestly, I'll probably take the Troubadour here. I don't foresee us needing... with flushes, though. No, probably the extra hand is more impactful. This is... The investment tag is a throw pick, but... I need Anaglyph to feel like it's doing literally anything besides just eating popcorn from the sidelines, so I am going to take it there. But that is... probably a bad decision. Why is Uranus 2-pair? What? Thunk, please explain. Why not? I guess. Let's take the Magician, I guess. Trade that for the Blue Seal. Thanks for the Molt trigger. Really appreciate that. Can investment tag be a thing IRL, please? What is the IRL boss blind? So it can fit in pants. Yo, actually, mod that chatter. They cracked the code. They solved the puzzle. I'm just low-key skipping. Nope. Let's go next. Hookski. Hopefully we're fine. Yoshetsune with the resub. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. We have 3 clubs. Should be fine, hopefully. I don't have to crash out yet. We're insanely rich. Surely someone made the Uranus pants connection earlier. First I've heard of it, man. The big money skip. Yeah, now we get to watch funny investment tag animation. And 3 more. I don't get the funny noise. Damn it. All right. So we have a lot of money to our name now. Cerulean Bell. That's actually kind of tragic. But probably Director's Cut is not. Actually, Director's Cut is absolutely worth, right? What do we care about? I guess Crimson Heart would be worse. Would it, though? I feel like Crimson Heart is slightly better. How dare you block the Glorp? Buddy is not doing anything, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but he's just actually not. Okay, so now Verdant Leaf is fine. We'll take a Lover's card. It's all over the screen. I'm going to keep this debuffed Glorp for the entire run now, just for the meme. Yep, Red Seal Lucky. Huge. Crimson Heart. That's completely fine. I was going to full skip, but there's a boss reroll tag right before the actual boss, so I think I'm not going to skip, and I'm just going to play so that I don't just roll into... Well, I guess any boss that we roll into would be fine, so never mind. Fortune Teller perishable, like you said earlier. Oh, yeah, true. Paid actor Fortune Teller. FRFR. Hello? Hearts? This gambling shit sucks. That's so funny. You could have full skipped first, and if you get heart, use the manual reroll. I mean, we're playing Ancient Joker, man. Like, probably it doesn't matter. But you are correct, Amundo. I don't know, chat. Do you think we're going to beat the blind? You know, I think if we didn't have that Fortune Teller, probably we would have not made it. I'm kind of glad we picked him up. Is Just Rest still in here? Just Rest is still in here. I'm just going to take that just to piss him off. Piss them off. My bad. Hear Me Out flashcard? No. Is there something better to copy? No. Ancient Joker is the best copy. Hermie. Lover's card, Celestial Pack. I should have blocked here, but luckily this is the Focus Shock channel where we never get punished. Glorp makes a return. I'm selling Chad. Just kidding. Smeared is funny, but I'm not taking him ever. What else can we get here, right? We saw Cerulean and Heart. We can get Vessel, Leaf, or... What's the other one? I'm forgetting. Acorn. Now we're literally fine to take this. Acorn. So here's what we do. We take you, and then we drag you to the left so that Brainstorm copies you. Oh, shit. What was Ancient Joker on? Should have looked, but it's okay. We have a collection for a reason. Where is Ancient Joker? Is he not? Is Ancient Joker not on these last couple of pages with all the other rares? Why are they discriminating against him? That's actually wild. Spades. Okay. Noted. GG's. Does it matter? Just play 5 wilds. Hey, that's cheating. You're just trying to rug pull, bro. I'm too into enjoying food to care about Super Saiyan position. Fair enough, man. Bro said shuffle me Jimbos. I wanted to ship some glass. I'm sorry. I had to keep the Justice card for the whole run. Just to get engagement bait on the YouTube video.